Hey everyone, so if you are obsessed with that fresh, bouncy salon blowout look, but you absolutely hate what all that heat is doing to your hair, you are in exactly the right place. Today we're going to get into how you can have that incredible volume and smoothness totally damage-free.
Okay, first things first, let's just talk about those super complicated no-heat hacks you see all over the internet. You know the ones. As our expert Ed Shears puts it so well, twisting your hair up like that often just feels like a chiropractor's nightmare. I mean, it's usually just way more trouble than it's worth.
Yeah, exactly. We are officially done with those awkward methods. We're going to focus on a strategy that actually gives you results, without making you feel like you slept on a pile of rocks.
So this brings us to the big question, right? Is it really, truly possible to get that smooth, voluminous, bouncy style that we all want without just frying our hair with a blow dryer or a flat iron? Well, I'm here to tell you the answer is 100% yes.
And here's the secret, and it's actually pretty simple. It's not about some crazy, complicated trick you have to learn. The absolute key to a great no-heat blowout is starting with a really solid foundation. That means using the right products for your hair type and following a simple, effective method.
So let's start right there with building that foundation. We're going to look at the expert-approved toolkit. These are the specific products that are going to make all the difference and really set you up for success.
Okay, so this chart kind of lays out our whole toolkit. You'll see we've got a few key categories. A hydrating shampoo and conditioner that's great for curls, a volumizing mousse for that bounce, a sulfate-free option if you've got color-treated hair, and a plumping shampoo for when your hair just feels dry and thirsty. You see the theme here? Each one has a specific job to do.
So, for those of you with curls, our contributing editor Mish is obsessed with the Maui Moisture line. And the key phrase here is without weighing them down. It gives you hydration and shine, which is the perfect starting point for styling. And let's be real, who doesn't want their hair to smell like a vacation?
Now, when it comes to volume, Ed Shears has this amazing way of putting it. The L'Oreal Mousse isn't about that stiff, crunchy hairspray helmet feeling. It's about giving your roots a lift that lasts and still feels totally natural. A push-up bra for your roots? I mean, it's the perfect description.
And listen, if you color your hair, this piece of advice from our research analyst Stacy is so important. A sulfate-free shampoo is basically non-negotiable. Sulfates can be really harsh, and they can literally strip the color right out of your hair. This one is gentle enough to clean your hair while keeping that color right where it belongs.
Okay, and this gets us to a really critical point. You can't just pick up any old product and hope for the best. Real success comes from tailoring your choices to what your hair actually needs. So let's look at two really common situations: color-treated hair and dehydrated hair. This slide breaks it down so perfectly. You can see the two different paths. Over on the left, for color-treated hair, the whole game is about preserving that color, so you need that gentle, sulfate-free formula. But on the right, for dehydrated hair that's feeling flat and lifeless, the goal is adding moisture so it can hold a shape. That's where an ingredient like hyaluronic acid is a game changer. It literally draws moisture into the hair, plumping it up from the inside. It's all about figuring out the problem so you can find the right solution.
So once you've got the right products in your corner, it's time to focus on the process. Because, again, this isn't about some random magical result. It's about following a method that works.
All right, so now let's get into the how. We're going to walk through Ed Shears' super straightforward 4-step blueprint that'll get you that perfect no-heat blowout right at home. This is your action plan.
So the blueprint itself is pretty simple, but you got to follow the order. You start with step 1, wash smart, to create that clean, lightweight base. Then, in step 2, you build in the volume with mousse while your hair is still damp. Step 3, this is where the magic happens. You create lift while it air dries. And finally, step 4 is the easy part. You just fluff and shape it once it's totally dry.
Okay, let's just zoom in on step 3 for a second, because this is really where that volume comes from. If you just want some simple lift at the roots, a few clips at the crown while it dries will work wonders. But if you want that classic round brush blowout shape, putting a few Velcro rollers just at the top of your head is the move. But here's the golden rule no matter what you do. Your hair has to get 100% dry in that position. That's what locks the shape in.
So as we start to wrap this up, let's talk about the big idea here. This isn't just a list of instructions. It's really a whole new way of thinking about your hair care routine.
If you take away just one thing today, let it be this: a great heat-free style isn't about finding one miracle product. It's about figuring out the right combination for your hair. It's all about understanding what your hair is asking for, whether it's moisture or volume or gentle cleansing, and then giving it exactly that.
And honestly, this is the real payoff in the long run. Just like Ed says, your hair will thank you later.
When you take a break from all that intense heat, you're not just getting a great style for today, you're actually investing in the health and strength of your hair for years to come.
So I'm just going to leave you with this one question. Is your hair ready for a break from the heat? Because after seeing how simple and effective the alternative can be, I think you're going to be pretty amazed by the results you can get just by changing up your routine.